Alright, what's up everybody? You see here I got the B64D. Finally came in from Associated. Pretty excited about this one. This is my first four-wheel buggy. So we're going to do an unboxing today. Hope you can hear me alright. I'm doing this one a little different. I'm actually recording this right on the GoPro, just mounted on my head. So I hope the audio and the framing kind of comes in well enough for you. But we are going to go ahead and get started. Unbox this brand new B64D team kit from Team Associated. This is their brand new ground up four-wheel drive buggy, 10 scale electric. So it's going to be pretty sweet. You can see here typical AE box art, the white with kind of the schematic background. We've got the side here, bunch of the features and everything, you know, V2 shocks with X-rings, blah blah blah, all the good stuff. Back here kind of shows you an overview of what all is involved in the kit, including all the adjustable A, B, C, and D arm mounts, which are aluminum steering blocks, the nice motor mount, servo mount and everything. So bottom side, a bunch of different languages and everything. Typical AE stuff. You've seen one of their boxes before, you kind of know what's going on. So let's get the blade out and cut open that factory seal and see what's inside. Helps if you do the two on the side too. Dirt. Oh look, now it opens. Alright, there's all the goodies. First thing to pull out is going to be shock fluid and diff fluid. Getting you some pretty thick diff fluid. You got 100K, which I'm assuming is for the center, 10K, which I'm assuming is for the front and rear. And then you have 37.5 and 30 weight shock oil. You've got your shock springs here. Looks like you have, looks like green front, yellow rear. Unless I'm reading that wrong. Nope, yep. Green rear, front yellow, backwards. Got your bearings, carbon parts, looks like your servo arm, 2 shock towers. These are pretty thick. They appear to be 4 mil thick for the shock towers, which is good. That'll mean they'll take a beating. So hopefully it won't be a repeat of any of the 44 series cars where you're just breaking stuff left and right. Bag of parts here includes a lot of shock parts, differential gears. You got your hexes and your CVs. So it looks like a lot of drivetrain and shock parts. And then just a big old massive bag of stuff. You look like sway bars, some hinge pins. Here's your transmission housings, your diff housings, side rails, diff cases, arms. Bunch of good stuff. We'll open that up in just a second. There is the clear body. Looks really good shape. I like the design of it. I like the flow. You do get one wing, which is etched and marked, cut out for your shocks and everything. Here's the chassis. You can see it is pretty narrow. But a really good piece. Those side rails will be what fattens up the chassis. But pretty thick, not a lot of flex in it, so it should handle and hold up really well. Window masks, decals, some black grease, some promotional stuff. Play BRC Pro. They always give a code for that kind of stuff. Here's the instruction manual. Again, typical AE fashion. You got the scale view of all the hardware and everything. Which first page there looks like side rails and differential builds. So that'll start it off. Looks like they might have found, what is this? An error. Looks like for the turnbuckles they put a nice supplement sheet in there. Off the bat, it looks like they went from 3x42 millimeter to 3x48 millimeter. So that could just possibly to get more threads in the ball cups there, which would hopefully help strengthen the system. So hopefully that's why this is in here. Yeah, it looks like everything on here is 48 mil. Everything in the manual is saying 42 mil. So that is probably the change, just the adjustment in the length. Other than that, you know, typical AE manual. So let's get some of these bags open, take a look at some of these other parts. Right off the bat, it does look like they are numbering their stuff now. Instead of bag A, bag B, we got 1.2. There's 8.2. So I'm assuming that's going to follow along really well with the instruction manual, which will be really nice. AE builds always go together good. Always straightforward on how they do their manual and have their parts bagged. But you can see here's some of there's a set of CVs with hexes. That looks like the motor mount. Got some hardware. Nice aluminum piece there. This looks like probably your servo mount, which might be a floating piece. Yeah, it does look like a floating servo mount, which will be nice. There is your C and D block, which come in aluminum. Very nice on a four-wheel. There's your low roll center A and B mount. I think they do offer a high roll center. That would be an option if you wanted to run that. Probably some spare hardware. Another set of CV shafts. Looks like those aluminum caster blocks. There's your V2 shocks with X rings, which will build really nice, be nice and smooth. There's some differential gears, your ring gears anyway, your out drives, everything to get the differentials going. Now for the big bag, let's get this guy open. As always, included double-sided tape, antenna tube. These are the side rails, soft ones. Go on the side of the chassis. Let's just get everything out. Come on. There is what looks like battery strap, spur gear cover, a couple probably center mounts and braces for the chassis, as well as your wheel nuts. There are some arms and diff cases here, as well with shock standoffs and your inserts for your hinge pin braces mounts. Sway bars. Looks like one green, one blue, front and rear. I don't know which is front and which is rear, but there's one blue one and one green one for sway bars. Front spindles, differential housings, spur gear. This spur gear is an 81 tooth, so probably more for a modified car. Probably some steering parts there. There's your servo horns, and looks like another brace. Rear hubs looks to be the same style as the 6 with the inserts for the ball studs, which makes adjustable tuning wise and everything. Plastic rear hubs. These are your turnbuckles and your rod ends. So I'm assuming these are included the 48 mil, like the manual that had that supplement sheet in it. So these should be the 48, the longer ones, which will hopefully strengthen the system, keep the geometry right. Shock pistons, again with the gray, like they went to with the 6. And then your spring retainers and everything, shock caps, shock tool. Some more pill inserts, as well as a set of arms, diff case, hinge pins, shock standoffs, all that good stuff. So that is everything that comes in the B64 team kit, the B64D, excuse me. The B64 should be coming, but that has not been announced yet. Anyways, Team Associated B64D team kit, everything that came in the box. I'm pretty excited for this build. Like I said, this is my first 4-wheel, so this is going to be really fun. I'm going to build this for the stock 4-wheel drive, which is a 13.5 motor. So that's going to be a fun class to run. Anyways, that's everything that comes in the box. I'm gonna get this build going so we can do a build review and everything for you. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.